Hello, welcome back to the Field of Flies. We are just getting settled in a little bit late, but it's all right. We have all our players for the time being until about an hour and a half from now when Miss Genus will be leaving us. But that's okay. We're going to try to get as much done as we can.
Mm-hmm.
And so, jumping right in. Last time we were playing the game, it was mostly a session focused on Port Amphora. You guys sort of exploring, you gathering all of the things you'd set to buy during your stay here. A lot of patching of wounds for Jorel. I think you spent the vast majority of the session unconscious or in bed. I'm sorry, Jorel. However, near the very end, we started hatching a plan, or you did, Genus and Omen, to signal this person who's interested in Omen into a vulnerable position where you could then absolutely destroy them from the sounds of it. It doesn't
Murdered the fuck out of him.
Yes, okay. I was making sure I was right on that. It does not sound like you had any intent on asking questions. You just wanted to gather them up into a nice spot and then blow everything up, which is an effective way of handling a lot of situations. So. I will leave you guys to begin now. As I remember, I do not remember. I believe you guys were just sort of moving all over the town at your own discretion. Omen, I think that we would most likely begin with Genus going to tell her boss, unless you want, or her contact, to start working things in the background. Unless any of you had anything else you wanted to do prior to that moment.
I just wanted to ask one question.
Ask away.
I just wanted to ask one question. Has another day passed? Because that's important towards my regenerations and stuff like this.
No, I'm not saying quite yet.
Okay.
We're still sort of like getting those last few hours in on the final day, and this might not even be the day when you want to go and start setting up the ambush. So it is up to you, Genus.
Well, no, I gotta contact the guy and see when it's gonna happen, kind of thing. So.
Yes.
Yeah. How did he say I was supposed to contact him again?
I believe it was click your stopwatch 3 times.
I have a stopwatch?
Yes,
What's a stopwatch?
He gave you a little pocket watch. That was your contact for him.
Okay. Okie dokie. I'll go to some alley and see what's ahead and click it then.
Okay. You find a fairly secluded alleyway and you click it a couple times. You wait a little bit longer. You might click it a few more times. After about a minute though.
At this point I'm just clicking it.
Click. Alright, he suddenly descends next to you, slowly looking around. The gentleman you met before, as I described him, he has long, heavy black robes, but you can tell he's very scrawny beneath. He has some semi-greasy black hair that's kept fairly short, and his height is only slightly taller than your own. You would assume him young, except for the fact that he has a very gaunt cheeks and sort of an unusually pronounced draw that indicate him to be at least a little bit older.
Can I assume by how long it took you that you weren't obsessively watching me? I'm kind of offended.
Well, I got here in a minute from a base several hundred meters away, so I don't think that's terribly slow. However, I can't help but see that there's no Omen here.
Well, duh. We're not going to do this out in the open or during the daytime. I say. Instead, I want to set up a place, set up a meeting place where you can collect her at night, away from the other people in my party.
All right. Are you saying you're going to have her unconscious and prepared for us? Because as the deal was initially, you were just going to tap it when you and her were alone, and we were going to come and take care of the rest.
Yep. No. Yeah, that'll be the deal. I kind of wanted to make sure I can't just do this kind of thing because considering the people in my party, that wouldn't go down well. And even in Port Am4, I can't just even in Port Am4, I'm pretty sure they're going to notice when she sets things on fire. So it's got to be done. It's got to be done done at a place at the right time.
Well, I wanted to make this easy for you, but I guess if you want to get your hands dirty and make it a little more difficult, that's all right. I can't say that's gonna hurt the mission all that much. So,
Yeah. I tell him.
what-
I tell him about the warehouse at the where it is, and like how I'm gonna tell her that there's tell her some lie about the how we're gonna like go there for something important kind of thing that's related to one of our interests kind of thing, and then I'm gonna knock her out when she's not looking.
all right.
Mhm.
Well,
I also give them a time at night, so when we're gonna do this.
you're very prepared. I suppose that is not unexpected, considering what we found of you. Anything else?
How exactly did you find out about me? I kind of don't like that.
Well, we have a number of methods. Case in point, and he sort of narrows his gaze at you, and you suddenly feel a dangerous presence. Your danger sense is going off, Genus.
Okay, okay. I'm on guard now. Now, enough say.
Well, you know that like something is actively coming towards you, and you need to get out of the way.
Okay. I dodge to the. I dodge kind of thing.
Make
I'll
your
try.
dodge check. Make it at a -40 though.
-40.
Yes.
Bullshit. Okay, let's see. Wrong one. Which one is the dodge? Oh,
if
there
you-
it is. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. No modifiers. So.
Well, -40, but still,
Oh yeah, I didn't put in the -40. So. So that'd be 182. So yeah.
You see him narrow his eyes at you, and suddenly you feel like danger. The hair stands up on the back of your neck. You just weave to the right, not seeing anything, not hearing a thing, but feeling that you've avoided this danger. And his eyes widen as he sort of looks at you now. He says, "I didn't know you could see that."
Call it more a gut feeling. I say, trying to play it off. But anyway, I don't like that. So I'm gonna ask that you don't try that again.
He sticks his tongue in his cheek, gives a slow nod of his head. All right, then. As that's out of the question, I am capable of dipping into people's thoughts and memories.
Really? I
Yeah.
see.
Unfortunately, many people who have worked with you in the past aren't aware or resistant, and unfortunately, it sort of just unravels the whole paradigm of thieves and their leaders. And Dawnhof is an open place for people like me.
Let me guess. There's more than one of you able to do that. I say sarcastically.
Not that I know of. I'm sure there are individuals out there. I just don't know any of them personally.
Well, aren't you special? I scoff before I dust off my clothes. All right, so you know the plan.
I suppose so.
All right. Well, I'm gonna do this tonight. So, or what time is it right now?
It is in the evening. It's about 7, you'd suppose.
All right. Well, I'm gonna do the. All right. Let me rephrase that. I'm gonna do this tomorrow night. So get ready to come. Get ready when I click. She's gonna be unconscious, and hurry your ass up.
Will do. And your payment will be ready for you as soon as it's complete.
Soon as what?
As soon as it's complete. As soon as we have her.
What? You're just gonna bring it to the site?
Well, yes, but only after she's offsite.
Alrighty. That's all I need to tell you then.
He just sort of steps out of the way to let you leave. I suppose we will see you tomorrow night. His eyes
Yeah.
are still like looking at you a little bit suspicious, but you don't feel the danger of that that ability he has anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. All right. All right. I'll see you tomorrow night then. Oh, and by the way, if I feel you tried to pry my mind, pry my mind without my permission, I'm going to kill you. I say so don't try it again. I say before I step out of the alley.
You step out of the alley. You are now back into the free city with
Mm-hmm.
a little bit more knowledge in hand.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the plan for the rest of the day?
Basically, I'm going to go to Sophie and tell her the time to set up the people around the thing and everything, and to set up the thing.
Cool.
And also to warn her about the guy who can read minds, kind of thing. So magic users. So this needs to be done secretly, in case he wants to go check out the site himself.
Well,
And then I'm gonna
Okay, go on. Sorry.
and then I'm gonna go talk to Omen and to relay her everything I found out about the guy and stuff. So
Okay.
yeah, because at this point I'm pretty sure they're not listening in through the device. So at least from what I can tell.
Yes. Quite possible. Sophie will say, "Now you say look out. How do you suppose we should be looking out? I don't like this either. If somebody's reading our minds, they're going to know a lot more than just what you're planning."
Tell me about it. I don't like how. I say at this point, I'm pretty sure this guy doesn't read minds. I'm pretty sure this guy isn't listening in through the device, at least. At least not if he relies if he seems to rely so heavily on his powers to read minds and stuff. So at this point, if any of you see him, just avoid him, because at this point, the plan is to just murder the fuck out of him when he comes to collect omens.
So, you describe what it looks like, I imagine.
Yeah.
So everybody sort of. He's not entirely indistinct, so.
Yeah, and I also tell her that apparently they have a base a couple some hundreds feet away, apparently, and it took him a minute to get there.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't just pop in and pop out like some mages do, is that correct?
Apparently not.
You got a little bit row-body there. Haru? Genus?
What?
Oh, okay. I was saying you went a little bit of row-body there. Could you say that again?
Okay. The original plan was that I'd contact him and he'd come to collect Omen, but I wanted to not only give the plan but see how fast that'd be. So apparently we have a minute unless he gets some other magic users to instantly teleport him.
Good to know. Anyways, it'll take me a little bit to set everything up and get all the mercenaries in place.
Yeah, I told him it'd go down tomorrow night. So, and at this point, you might as well just keep everything you get from the ring because I know this is going to cost me.
I was about to say that next. All right, that ought to cover most of this.
What's left over?
Do you trust me enough to tell you after the mission?
Yes.
Okay, then just give me a little bit of time.
Alrighty. So, in that case, that's pretty much all I have to say on the matter. So, at this point, I do not like that this guy is walking around and how he got his information from me. And as far as I know, unless he's lying, he's the only one that's being utilized at this point. So, no matter what, we absolutely have to kill this guy. Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't. No, I would not trust that he is working alone. But I suppose.
Well, no, I mean he's the only one that we know of, unless he's lying, that has the ability to read minds. So we absolutely need to kill him out of everyone tomorrow night.
Oh no, that makes definite sense. All right.
Yeah. So just tell your men if he tries to escape or anything, just tell the mercenaries to kill the fuck out of this guy.
All right.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
We will have everything set up.
Alrighty. Then I'll see. Then I'll take my leave.
All right, you go on. You go back to Omen, and you're telling her about the guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Omen, I go back to you and I tell you about my encounter and how I think they're probably not listening in on the conversations through the device.
Okay, so, but you think this guy can read minds?
I just dodged something invisible, the invisible that he tried to throw at me, and he knew. And he basically told me how he could read the minds of people who've worked with me and everything. So, and I described what he looks like to her.
Okay. Make him. I know you probably don't have training. You might have training memorized. Make a memorize check if you would, please. Oh man.
I don't have training in it.
Negative 30.
Yep.
Oh nope. You don't have any memory of this guy from
That
when
is
you were
terrible.
searching or checking out Mirathi's building and
Hmm.
laboratory.
I don't suppose I could roll a cult to see if I can, like, maybe like discern from the description of what kind of origin they have.
You could try. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, they have a
Um,
base. Yeah. They also have a base a couple hundred meters away. So.
I guess it wouldn't specifically be magic, so I'll just roll normally.
Nope. It'll just be regular. I mean, when it comes to powers that can read people's minds, you are aware of mentalists and psychic powers. However, you are also aware with a 140 that there are a number of different ways to read someone's mind, and so you can't be assured of anything.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just some invisible force I felt coming and managed to dodge in time. So I don't know.
Sounds dangerous in a way.
Yeah. Either way, I don't like how he's gotten all this information by reading the minds of people around me. So that's not very good for thieves. So we're gonna have to murder the fuck out of him tomorrow night.
Do we have to murder? Well, I mean,
He's probably not going to come alone, so at the very least, you could keep someone else alive. But we are absolutely going to kill him.
probably should, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all I have to report, really. So things are being set up. So tomorrow night, you just have to pretend to be unconscious, and then I'll summon him. It might take about a minute, and then you spray, so get ready and set everyone on fire. So.
Right.
Alrighty.
Everybody good to settle in for the evening?
Mm-hmm.
A day passes. Night falls on you as you all sleep within your respective rooms of the inn. Genus, you go wherever you please.
Yeah, I go wherever because I'm not staying in one spot every night. So
Yeah.
the same spot every night. Yeah.
Genus goes where she pleases.
Mm-hmm.
And come morning, you do have another 12 to 14 hours to do as you please before the event happens.
What do you think I should do?
What do I think you should do?
Jorl is in his room, feeling a little better every time. Are you at negative 10 now, Jorl?
No, I'm at negative 20.
Oh, yeah, you lost 10. You had negative 30.
Yeah.
Still better.
I still have that expensive crossbow, right? That we got from the lab.
I think you got the crossbow, but none of the bolts that you had.
Damn it! I thought I had 10. I thought I had 10 bolts. Oh, right.
Well, all the undead killing bolts were turned into artifacts.
Right. Well, I'm gonna go try and pawn the crossbow.
Okay.
Yeah. Streetwise.
Do you have that in your inventory?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just erased the magic bolts because apparently those got used up.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Streetwise.
Streetwise.
Yeah.
55. Thankfully, pawning weapons is super easy in Dwanhof. However, in the same vein, because they are like so incredibly prevalent, you don't quite get the same price you would in other principalities where they are rarer and while I wouldn't say more highly prized, they're a little bit there's a higher demand and a lower amount of them, and lower supply.
Mm.
So let's see here. You would still be offered quite a bit for this very nice crossbow.
How much?
Let me take a look at this crossbow. It's just a regular one. Oh, it's in projectile weapons, obviously. Ooh, buddy.
Hmm.
This will run you a very nice amount.
How much?
Make a persuasion check, by the way.
104.
That's decent. He will offer you 180 gold pieces for this crossbow.
I'll take it.
All right. You get you sell the crossbow. 180 gold pieces is deposited in your bag. He has to go and take it out of a safe, and everybody's watching you very closely as he does so.
Yeah. Woohoo! I almost have 200 gold.
Actually, I think he needs to go to the bank, or like he needs to contact a couple of his bosses for that. You know that a lot of the merchants here, especially pawn merchants, tend to run together under the supervision of some potentially powerful crown bosses. But anyways,
Yeah.
You eventually get your money, and you still have time of the day. So 180 gold pieces.
Yeah. That puts me up 199. Let's see. What does Al Baladin do again? The poison I got?
Al Baladin, I believe, is a sleeping potion.
I can look it
Baladin.
up. I can look it up if you want. Oh, okay.
I got it. It's a poison that you can put on the end of your blade. It affects people by entering their bloodstream. It hurts people and also makes it harder for them to function.
Useful. How long does it last after being put on the blade?
Yeah. It is generally as long as you can balance it on it. The longer you wait, the longer you have the Al-Baladin on your blade, the longer it has to drip off and it loses potency. So it's really optional to put it on the blade and have it hit a target within 5 turns, so 15 seconds. Unless you could sit quietly and sort of have the blade sitting with the in your palm with the poison on it until that point. If you're moving around, yes, it'll lose potency very quickly.
All right. Do I get a bonus for practicing like attack moves?
A bonus for what?
Just practicing attack moves before a battle.
You don't get a bonus for that kind of preparation, unfortunately. That's just sort of like your training in everyday life.
All right. In that case, I want to go find a needle. In that case, I want to use Streetwise to find a less than reputable place to find more place kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
For what purpose?
Find like a easily concealable needle and and probably some more poison. So.
Oh, okay. A needle is very easy to find. You can find sewing needles or even stilettos, like very, very thin knives.
Yeah.
Which are great for applying poison, though that will mind that is not something you're immediately proficient with. You would take a negative 20 to attacking with it.
Yeah.
And you want more poison?
Yeah, I want to go see what else I can get. Now that I have more gold.
Try to get some belladonna.
Yeah.
It's very high resistance, one of the highest, and it makes people unconscious.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Belladonna.
Oh yeah, and I have a 10 base in poisons.
Oh, there's belladonna. Okay.
Yeah.
High base in poisons?
I have a 10 base in poisons.
Yes, so you can sort of identify a little bit not excessively well, and that you remember you got that just so you make sure you wouldn't poison yourself.
Yeah.
All right. As you're looking around, you remember the place you got poisoned before was was an underground meeting
Yeah.
place. So it's a little bit harder to find those. With 72, you're not able to find anywhere openly selling them on the surface, at least in the middle of the day.
Forget it then.
Okay.
Alrighty. Well, what else can I do to prepare then, you think?
Well, that is not necessarily for me to say. Do you have traps? You do, I think. Oh, you have a little bit of trap lore.
Yeah. So I can... Oh yeah, you gave me that bonus because I made that really good trap.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm alright. I'm gonna go see if I can make a simple trap then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna give you this little doodle of the outhouse and what it'll look like. I'll bring you over here. And I gotta put your characters in here. Sorry, because as usual, I forget that when I make things invisible or when I use dynamic lighting, you can't see anything. All right, Haru, can you see this room?
Yes.
Okay, good. This is the outhouse. So it's not terribly
big.
Not terribly big. There's not terribly much to it, especially because most of the time, if they need to decorate it for whatever purpose, they'll do so beforehand. And your purpose is to make it explode. However, in addition to all of this, you do know that smack dab in the middle of the room, which I've hidden for now, but here you go, is this trap door. It blends in with the floor a lot better than this picture does. But you've been told of where it is, and there's no trick to opening it. It can be locked from beneath. And down there leads to the sewerways where an agent has made their escape.
Yeah.
So if you want, you can trap any part of this room if you'd like.
That's...
Let me see if I can actually just turn dynamic lighting off for the purpose of this. Can everyone see this now?
So there's a back way right here?
Now, to describe this a little bit better, the entire area is walled in. You can actually see there's a little bit of a difference to this wall right here. Those are windows, and they have been completely boarded up.
Yeah, and there's a storage room area here, I imagine.
There is. It is completely bare except for like some rat leavings and generally a musky scent.
Yeah, and this is the back door, I imagine?
Yes, at one point. But now, of course, it is also barricaded.
Alright. Well...
It is not on a very busy street. It is actually on a street which, as you walk to, you can see there are several buildings that are abandoned. It would be sort of suspicious if any of these things went up in flames, but definitely not a lost anyone, and you don't really see such a poor part of town where there's not really anything to steal or gather being the point of any major investigation by the authorities.
I'm wondering if I can set a trap on delay kind of thing.
What do you mean?
I want the guys inside before the trap goes off, because if they just open the door and it goes off, then that's going to be pretty not good.
That is true.
I need something. Maybe something I can trip myself, so... Like... Set up something here so that something here goes off, what I mean.
Entirely possible.
Yeah.
Now, as it is a bare room, that might take a little bit of doing. However, you can ask Sophia to give you some reasonable looking furniture to sort of make that easier.
I got an idea.
What is that?
Well, how much does something explosive cost to like fill up a barrel that'll do some decent damage?
Ooh, well, we can get oil, but as I said, that burns a little bit more slowly. Now, if you want gunpowder, that will be pretty expensive. That will be likely beyond your cost range. I don't know of anything else that would be readily explosive.
Omen's blood.
Is Omen's blood explosive, or just Omen herself? Does Omen have the fire mine spell?
No, I don't have any above level 25 at the moment.
Okay,
Yeah.
just making sure.
What about the blood rose?
You should go ask Jarl.
All right, I'm gonna buy a barrel, and I'm gonna ask him to if I can borrow the blood rose.
Actually,
Huh.
Omen, did you mention the blood rose?
But does
'Cause
Jeans not know that Joel has it?
Genus doesn't know. Genus wasn't there when Thalariel came out.
Yeah.
Actually, did I not mention it last week?
No, I don't think he did. I don't think it came up in conversation.
Okay, guess not.
Okay. In that case, you don't know that Thalariel still exists. You think she's one of your. You think she's your nice new shoes?
Nice new shoes.
Yeah, you got those shoes. Are they shoes? I'm sorry.
Shoes.
Your
My-
cloak that lets you fly
Yeah.
around.
Yeah. Go over to. Oh, I think she's dead.
Yes, as Jorah last said, she had been used as a reagent to create awesome new powerful artifacts.
Oh. All right. What about alcohol?
You know, I'm silly for not having thought of that. Alcohol exists, and it exists prevalently. I'm pretty sure you don't just drink water in medieval times.
Yeah. All right, I've got an idea then. So, I'm actually
now,
gonna.
Alcohol is gonna be much cheaper. You just bought a cask of wine for a certain amount, so pure alcohol might be at least as much, but probably less, I imagine.
Yeah, I'm gonna go buy some like really strong proof alcohol kind of thing.
Okay. Right. That will be easy to do around here. All right.
Huh?
In that case, you will need 1 gold and 50 silver pieces.
I'm gonna give two. I'm gonna give 2 gold kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, because like I'm gonna need some rope too. Because I like. Well, I'm just gonna buy a bunch of barrels and set them up. One of them, set them up around the warehouse. All of them are gonna be empty except for the one by the door, which is gonna have the alcohol. And I want to rig it so that I can like easily hit it with something, and then it'll burst open, kind of thing, and spill out. So.
All right. I imagine you want it like well waxed and sealed to a point, just because otherwise it's going to smell. I imagine the smell of alcohol will be very powerful. Okay.
Yeah.
Easy to do. In that case, for the entire operation, give me 3 gold coins.
3 more. All right.
Well, 3 total. So those 2 you were going to give, and then 1 more.
All right. I did that. All right. I did that. So yeah.
Cool. All right.
Yep.
You now have several barrels. Only one of them absolutely filled with alcohol.
Yeah, with a really strong proof alcohol kind of thing. So, yeah, and like I said, I want to be able to hit it so that it spills out, kind of thing. So,
all right, easily done.
Yep.
Some barrels over here.
Mm-hmm.
Those are squished barrels.
Yeah, barrel over here, barrel over here, barrel over here.
Yeah.
Like maybe one over here. Just make it look like it's being used for storage, kind of thing. So.
Are all these barrels the weirdest shape?
Shut up.
No, it's not your fault. They're just weird barrels. You can't. This barrel is impossible to shape right, actually. But anyways, yes. As I'm setting up barrels, they're moving some barrels into the locale, and everything's looking pretty good. You think that it's decently, reasonably, looks like a storage room. Not sure what for with all these barrels. Probably alcohol, but probably alcohol actually being used to drink and not being used in a potential explosion.
Yeah,
Anything
or
else?
just set them easy for people to catch on fire.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think I could really buy anything else that'll help set this up, basically, so. Gerald, do you have suggestions?
Me?
Jorl is
Yeah.
thus far unaware of the entire plan.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well.
Yeah, you just gotta tell them we're planning to set a bunch of people in a warehouse on fire.
Yeah. I go.
Do you tell him?
I go back. I go back to consult with Jorl. Hey,
Okay.
Jorl. Hey, Jorl.
Yes. What is it, Genus? What do you want?
Can I pose a hypothetical question to you?
Go ahead.
What would be good? What would be for make for a good trap?
Depends who you're trying to trap and why. If you're trying to capture them, if you're trying to kill them.
Well, say we wanted to kill. Say they were magic users that we wanted to kill.
Like you should say that you wanted to kill. You started kill and then went into say again. So say we wanted to kiss them.
Shut up, kill. Kiss. Oh yeah, kiss them.
Well, magic users tend to have shields. So you want something that does a lot, that does damage over time.
Like, say, fire?
Yes, for example. If you can drop a magic user, for example, in a pit of spikes or fire, their shields will slowly break and dissipate. Most of them. So that's usually helpful. It helps to know what type of magic they have and what they can do to anticipate if they could have special detections, and if they have special means of getting away, things like that.
So how would you prepare for that without exactly knowing all of that?
I would. How hypothetical is this, Genus?
What? We're just talking.
Alright.
I mean, you and Owen are the big ass magic users. I gotta figure out what to do in case any people come after you and then they come after me.
That's fair. Why don't you let me handle the whole taking care of magic things, and if assassins or thieves come after us, you can take care of that. You're asking me a very complicated question. There's an untold amount of different magical and supernatural powers that could be used in a lot of different ways. So it's impossible to defend yourself efficiently from all of them. There are some artifacts that can dampen the supernatural around them, or if you really want to be safe, I would say go to Tall Roko. The island has a supernatural void, meaning that nothing magical or psychic or otherwise works there. That'd be my best bet if you want true safety, but...
Alrighty, just wondering. I say before I stand up. Keep resting up, old man. I say before I leave.
I will. Do you want Gabriel to follow you and to come with you and maybe provide a little bit more insight? She's connected to me, so you could ask her some questions if run into trouble? You need some help?
Why not? I'm gonna need to borrow her for the night.
All right. So Gabriel appears, and she says, "All right, let's go. Where are we going?"
We got a thing to do tonight. We're gonna have fun. I say with a small grin before leaving, and I go to Omen. Omen, Omen, make sure to get Chef ready for tonight.
Got it.
Yeah. All right, and that's pretty much all I'm gonna do in preparation.
All right. Anything, Omen, you wanted to do?
Other than get Chef ready, not anything I can think of.
All right. You want to get him ready prior to the event, like significantly prior, or just before?
Just before, maybe.
Okay. In that case, as the night draws closer, it's getting a little bit darker. How are you going to bring Chef to the place? Are you going to take the cart as usual? You have prepared a brand new disguise for him.
Just take the fucking back alleys. If you're gonna
Yeah,
walk.
I mean that's the plan. Is to just like kind of like walk him through with the disguise on.
Okay. Make a stealth check. If you want, I will let Genus roll a stealth check at a negative. Let's see. There's 3 people, so a negative 60. Or everybody else could roll a plus 20, but I still think Genus with the negative 60 is the best thing you got.
It's a notice check.
Stealth check.
Stealth.
Yeah, that's I added the negative 60 to that, so
Still pretty good.
yeah, 158 with the 158 with the negative. So
You are pretty good at moving from place to place. Now, Chef is a big guy, so inevitably, him moving from place to place in the few times you need to cross the main road does draw some attention.
I look to them and say, "What are you looking at? Don't mock the man. He was born this way."
Well, luckily for you, they seem like disturbed by his immense size, and also the fact that he's carrying a huge stinking sword. So much so that they don't decide to take a closer look, and because of how stealthy you are, you can generally get him between one alley and the next within just like a few seconds. Not enough time to people to keep staring and asking questions. Even as you linger, trying to hear what they say in the aftermath, all they seem to think is that a very big and scary man is moving through the streets, and that probably some weird gang stuff is gonna go down.
Well, they're not completely wrong.
Yeah.
Chef, however, is totally able to make it. I'm sorry, I'm gonna delete all your little doodles. It's gonna make it to the
It's cool.
outhouse. I can't delete this one. This one is immortal. The one on the door is immortal. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, there's got to be a way to erase it.
You might be able to better than I can.
How do you erase again? Whoops.
Oh, did you just erase my barrel?
No, that wasn't me.
That might have been me.
Oh, that was my barrel, man.
I'm sorry.
Okay. I was actually somehow though that fixed what I wanted to do with the barrel, which is this is the symbol that tells you that this barrel will explode if hit with fire.
Yay.
All right.
Okay. Now, you are outside. Let me get all of you. Ooh, why are so many archive characters? This is right. Oh, it's because I'm only looking for characters named Barrel. So we got Omen here. Omen's cool. We got Joral's familiars. Gabrielle here. Very cool. And also now, Joral, you are fully aware of everything that's happening. You're watching them like shuffle Chef through the city.
I'm Gabriel's going to be regularly asking, so, what are we doing? Where are we going?
We're going to a place, and we're going to do a thing.
Right.
That.
Omen, where are we going? What are we doing?
Genus has told you we're going to do the thing out of place.
Okay. Thank you for letting me know.
Super excited for place thing. And sorry, I just need to get Chef out here. I made a friendly chef, didn't I? Oh, I didn't make friendly blue-rimmed chef. That's alright. So you're just gonna get, technically red-rimmed enemy chef.
Yeah.
Alright. Position yourselves as you would on this battlefield.
Okie dokie. Well, me and Omen are gonna be inside, so.
And while it is perfectly obviously visible to you guys right now, that trapdoor at the center is pretty well concealed.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know where it's gonna be,
We
so
do
I'm
know it's
gonna.
there.
Yes, yes. Because of Genus, you totally know it's there, but it is a lot better concealed than it appears to be.
Right.
Okay.
Chef is probably fine there, or just like close enough to the door.
Or he could be in the storage room for a hidden surprise attack.
There, yeah.
Yeah. We could just put him in the storage room until we need him.
Where do you want me to go?
Gabriel, we can't have you seen because otherwise that'll be suspicious. So, yeah. So, just be outside. Just be like outside somewhere we're invisible. So until we need you.
I can't really do invisible, but I
Well,
can
out of
hide.
sight at least. Yeah, hide somewhere out of sight until we need you. Because like I don't want the guy like sensing you or anything.
Okay. I'm gonna go and hide in an alley.
Okay. Like I said, you are surrounded in old warehouses, most of them destroyed, so give me a hide check with a plus 30.
That
Oh.
would be 170.
Oh, dang, I forgot the game was really good at hiding. Alright. You find a nice little vantage point from a nearby warehouse. It's largely torn down, like the ceiling sort of caved in. It looks stable enough for now, though.
Okay.
You just sort of like settle back behind one torn up wall here on the corner. All right, that's a really good high check. And I've given you control of Chef, by the way, Owen.
Good.
There's Chef. All right. I did that purely out of a compulsion to see her in perfectly in the corner. There's no reason for that. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. No problem.
All right. Is that good? Is that good?
Mm-hmm.
And has sight. Now, real quick test. We don't necessarily need it for this. I just like it. Can you guys? Can you guys see the field at all right now?
The field?
What I
Like
can't see
anything.
the outside. I can't see the outside.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, I can't
Like-
see the outside unless it's through the doors. So.
Yep. And Gabriel, can you sort of see inside?
I can see everything.
You can see everything. Oh, you're the GM.
Yeah, because I'm a game master.
That's inevitable. That's all right. Like I said, it doesn't really need to happen. I just like it.
Right.
So we'll give her that. I'm glad I can turn this on and off. I didn't know I could. Anyways, all right. The time draws near. And you are all setting up in the center except for Gabriel, who is outside. Are you going to try to play dead?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna have to act unconscious, so...
All right. Omen, I'm going to ask you to make a persuasion or disguise check.
Oh, I can do
Mhm.
persuasion.
Do you remember when you did this to Tez?
Yes.
That was a good time.
Yeah. Except this time there's actually reason for it. As a
Yeah, that's true also. And also this time you did really good, unlike that event.
yeah. 223. Not bad.
All right. Genus, you're watching Omen and you sort of have this anticipation that this is gonna be a goofy scenario. Just because your friends are not very stealthy in general.
Yeah.
However, Omen lays down and like you're watching her. She like ruffles herself up a little bit, like especially her hair to make it look like somebody had hit her in the back of the head. And like as she lays down, she slows her breathing just enough so that you can't noticeably see the rise and fall of her chest, and it's actually kind of spooky because you've been in this sort of situation before, and it's actually reminiscent of that event.
Huh. That'll work.
I've done
I
this
said-
before.
I've pretended to be dead before.
Works
Now,
for me.
are you right here in the room where Genus is behind you, or are you both more to the center of the room?
You'll want to be more towards the center.
I don't know. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Now,
Wherever you tell me to lay down, I guess.
Yeah. You'll be right next to me, basically, so...
Now, as you know, you have also told Sophia to have guards around the street.
Yeah,
Gabriel, make a notice check.
Who needs to make a notice check?
Gabriel,
Yeah, Gabriel
Oh,
does.
Gabriel. Oh, I'm sorry.
that's fine.
Not my strong suit, but I'm trying.
That's all right. By the way, Haru, you have like 20 minutes left, don't you?
Yeah, it's 9:22, so I got about half an hour.
Okay.
55 notice.
All right, you're sitting out there. You're looking around, waiting for the event to start. You don't see anyone else.
Hmm.
Well, make sure you don't see anyone else. Fudge, maybe you do.
Oh my god! Yeah, you rolled a 1.
Okay. You're sitting there and you don't see anyone for a while, and then there's like this crunching sound as a guy just sort of rolls out from an alleyway, and you hear like frantic whispers from behind him. Oh God, come back, come back, come back! You're gonna get seen. We're gonna lose all the money. And he dashes like full on like armor and sword clinking back into the alleyway.
Sophie cheaped out.
You are now aware that there are at least 3 or 4 men in that alleyway, and from this vantage point, you can actually like peek around and see them like peek around the door. You are at a much better hiding spot than they are.
Okay. Wait. Do I have any powers that I could make that I could use to make? Oh yeah, I've got that. Give me just 1 second. Blah 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 blah.
She didn't cheap out. They just fumbled with a 1.
I'm pretty sure I've used all of my psychic points, which means I can't buy a new power. I am. I'm going to try to eliminate the fatigue of someone in the house, inside of the house, just to be able to, let them know something's happening.
Okay.
So
Now you'll need to get a projection as though you cannot see them.
yeah, I think it's 280 projection in order to hit something that 240 if you vaguely know their location but they're out of eyesight. So I'm gonna try that. Okay.
Oh,
Nope.
you get a 1.
Yeah, I get a 1 now.
Roll your D100 for that fumble, and also a potential if you would.
Yes. And if I fail potential, then I wouldn't even get to project. So it's plus 15 because I rolled a 1. So just 52. So that's fine. That's not too
52.
bad.
That's a larger than nothing. From what's your the potential? Okay, so
Okay. I should be able to eliminate a lot of fatigue.
Yes.
240. It's boosted by 1. So it's somebody recovers 6 points of fatigue.
The problem is it's Chef.
I was no. Well, like you guys are all just sitting there in the house, right? And suddenly there's a tremendous shuffling from the room as a rat just comes running out, going scree, 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 and circles around the room and then dashes through the front door.
Well, that was weird.
This largest rat you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Okay. And then everything is silent again, and you are ready.
Okay. I'm gonna click the device then.
Okay. Click on the device. You sit there, you click it for a while. Omen, and the ensuing wait, you're getting a little bit sore. This ground is full of splinters. It's really poorly made. Actually, if you lay your ear on the ground, you can hear the running of water in the sewer below. That's a bad sign.
Mm-hmm.
Not the code.
Not the code. It takes a little bit longer this time.
Can we take a break? I need to really use the bathroom.
Yep.
Okay.
Where did I bring my new dude? There he is. Now, purely from blessed luck, and I'll describe this to her, she comes back, but purely blessed luck, this guy comes in from the opposite direction of the bumbling crooks.
All right. I was just checking out this person's face. That's why I zoomed him in.
Very good. Feel free to. I tried to get one of those as close to what I described as possible.
Mm-hmm. I've been doing some research into the artifacts book, and there are some that are so much cheaper than I expected, and others that are the opposite, that are way more expensive than they ought to be.
I understand this. Like, the supernatural devourer that Oma wanted is so stinking strong, but it's really not that expensive at all.
Yeah.
Similarly with the, like, Nullum Selic thing, the thing that it just gives you, like, plus 30 all actions.
Yeah.
That's really cheap.
Just in terms of price or power?
Power.
In terms of, like, power points, what I found is that also, like, the key that allows you to open doors, like that allows you to like close doors in a specific way and open them in a way that's like the two of them are connected no matter the distance. That's a level 2 power.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. That's an awesome level 2 power.
Yeah, it's really good, and if we ever find a node, I'm gonna have Gabriel stay in the nodes while the group keeps going, and then when we need her to be there for a fight, we're just gonna open a door and have her cast spells from inside of a power node.
That'll be
Oh.
awesome. You don't like it's in the middle of the wilderness. You just have to craft a ramshackle door and just like set it up
Yeah.
against a tree.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Which is
Wow.
not that hard when you have when you have like a creation mage or you're carrying around a door.
All right,
That's
let's do
also
this.
true. All right, let's do this. All right. As I described for them, I'll like you to make another notice check, Gabriel,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
and the rest of you may as well.
Mm-hmm.
Do I get
Don't
any
bother.
bonuses, any penalties for being outside?
You will technically get plus 200 eventually, but not right off the bat. So go ahead and just roll normally, and I'll add the 200 for the later.
Yeah,
Now,
okay.
yes, Omen, you go ahead. Your senses are not dulled at all.
Okay.
Is that a fumble?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a
Okay.
fumble.
Roll D100, please.
Damn it, Omen.
Hey, this time
Oh, it's,
Omun has
Joel.
nothing to do with this.
So, just used to being
so-
blamed for everything.
Yeah, that's I fell by 45, bringing
Oh
me
my
to
gosh.
a total of minus 67. So yeah,
So,
that's
you are astoundingly looking down. A beetle sort of scurries out from beneath you, and you're like, "Oh, that's sort of disturbing." Just very briefly, but by the time you look back up, nothing's changed.
it's all good.
So the
Yep,
guy's here.
everything's
Yeah.
good. Omen, you don't hear him. You do hear the door like ticking as it closes. You never heard him open the door. And Genus, what was your notice?
Oh, I didn't roll a notice. Hang on, let me try. Okay.
And I mean, technically, I'm going to give you
130
guys.
137 without bonus or minuses.
Now, technically, I should give you guys like a plus 40 for being alerted. You knew that you had already clicked the thing and that he was on his way. Gabriel did not.
Okay, so a plus 40 to my 137.
Yes.
Yeah.
You-
So yeah.
You two were aware of him as he reached the door. You didn't hear him coming down the walkway. You didn't hear a thing. And even as he slips in, he is unusually silent and just quietly closes the door behind him.
Mm.
There's in the dim light, there's sort of like an interesting shadowy patterned effect over his body. Actually, speaking of which, please make a magic appraisal, Miss Omen.
Mm. Magic.
Oh, wow. Never mind. I don't forget how good you are at that. However, you do not sense magic on this fellow. You do sense he has the gift as he enters the door, but you do not sense that he has any spells on him at all.
Ah.
So he enters, and his eyes immediately like lower down to Omen sitting on the ground or laying on the ground. He says, "Very good."
Hmm. Indeed. Well, you know, backstabbing is my specialty. I say. Where's my money?
You'll get your money as he sort of walks into the room very slowly. He looks her over. He reaches down to like feel her breath, feels that though it is slower. Says, then nods his head, out like a light.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep, definitely. Okay. And he says, so, what did you say to get her all the way out here? He starts sort of like looking around the room slowly.
Well, my companions are sort of looking for people, kind of thing. Looking for people. So I just told her that this place was a hideout. So, in the city.
So you told her it would be safe here.
More or less, and like an old hideout, like a old hideout that might have some clues.
He's moving from place to place, looking through the boarded windows to see how it looks on the outside.
Yeah.
Now, after a moment, he does start on his way over to storage room.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to say to him before he gets there?
I was like, but I was like, so you came a bit more slowly than before, and I'm surprised you came alone.
Well, that remains. I'm just making sure this area is safe for my companions.
Hmm.
And
What? You got a signal or something?
as he peers into this room, like tilts his head into this room, and sees Chef just standing there.
Chef, take his head off.
You give the command, Omen?
Oh, chef, take his head off.
Okay, Chef immediately steps forward, raises his axe, and strikes. Okay, please, do you want to make Chef's attack? I feel like you should be making Chef's attack.
However starts, you have to do that.
Oh, do I have to do that? Okay. Well, I will make Chef's attack. Alright. You see, he immediately throws up his hands, and you can make another magical appraisal check if you'd like.
Okay.
Dang it.
Yeah, I want to make an attack roll too, kind of thing. So.
Okay, for you, we will have to enter the initiative section because you have to actually travel to him.
Yeah.
Actually, wait, you're fast enough that I don't think you need to make an action to do that.
Oh.
Alright, so.
Oops.
With your movement.
Yeah. Yeah, so. Wait, what? Yeah, let's see. Is there any moonlight coming in?
Not enough to activate your blade. Like, only little itty bits beams of fading daylight more than nighttime moonlight.
So what you're saying is I could... Well, never mind. I'm just gonna try and stab him in the kidneys.
Oh.
Or like hit the spine and try and sever the spinal cord.
Oh, jeez. Alright, well, if you want to, like, aim at a critical spot, hit with a -30.
I'm gonna put in some. Wait. So what's my fatigue then?
Oh, your fatigue should be full, and every point of fatigue you spend gives you +15 to your attack.
Yeah, but like my base is 5, so it's just gonna be 5.
25. Yeah.
25? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he give you a lot of fatigue.
Okay,
All right.
so
We're all so lucky that her spells didn't disappear when she died.
I'm gonna spend 5 fatigue then on the attack.
Oh, fudge. All right. So.
And it's what for a specific spot?
-30. Now, you as you like rush closer, Chef brings his axe down, and it strikes just what seems to be a flickering scarf of darkness, which immediately like crumbles just in time for him to step away from the first strike. However, Chef also has a clawed arm, and that one swipes up from below, catching him in the chest and dealing a good bit of damage as it drags over his skin.
Yeah, I got a 250 on attack, so.
All right, that did 24 damage to him.
And like I said, I'm going to try and sever his spinal cord and his spine with that attack. So I did the -30 and... Aw, you bitch.
I'm sorry. Unfortunately, he is not unaware of you, and he is not surprised that you're attacking him. So as you come forward with your dagger, he turns around, just kind of barely raises his hand, and you feel it strike. Sort of like this almost sludge of darkness that rushes over the blade, deflecting it in the opposite direction.
Fucking magic users.
I knew it. What is the damage of that blade?
What?
What
Damage of the blade? What?
Yeah.
Oh. I just took out my sunblade, so,
Dang it. Keep messing this up.
It's a shield. Do
What?
continuous damage to the shield.
I don't know how to do continuous damage to a shield.
You got the fire set up. You got the explosive set up. You got everything set up.
Oh, okay. Well, the barrel's over by the door, so...
That is very true. What were you looking for?
I don't know.
Okay, in that case, it'll be initiative.
Yeah, because it's like... At this point, I'm just gonna try and kill the fuck out of him. He's sandwiched between me and Chef at this point, so...
Let me clear everything here. remove all turns, and everybody begin rolling initiative. Gabriel, make me another notice check to see if you can figure out what's going on in there.
Yeah, with pleasure.
He's going dead last. Well, except for
I'm
Chef.
surprised he's going last. Yes, the chef might go last.
Do I have
He doesn't
the
have
plus
the worst
200? Do I have the plus 200 this time?
No, the plus 200 was for actually like him being in open view of you as he moved from the alley to the door.
Ah, yes.
And you actually fumbled with just enough to miss that. Let me see, can I organize? Oh, it's over here. Okay. In any case, surprisingly, the fastest one among you is Omen. Omen, you start the round prone, but you can cast while prone with no penalty if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Like on my body. I forgot about that. Kind of forgot about what we doing in famine.
I figured Farron was like in your cloak.
Yeah. Okay, we'll just say cheers for simplicity's sake then. Yeah. Roll for her then. Initiative rather.
For initiative?
Yeah.
No, you got 200 initiative.
No,
For famine.
for Farron.
Oh, for Farron. Oh, yes, for Farron. Please roll initiative for Farron.
Could you add the? Do you want me to go and grab her token?
No, I got
You
it. It's there.
Okay, so that's 99.
99. I'll add her to the turn counter. 99. She goes before Chef. No one else. All right. So, wait a minute.
Oh, that's not as helpful, but I'm going to. Yeah, I can. I'm gonna just cast Create Fire then on the barrel.
The barrel. Okay.
Age immediate. Yeah.
You cast Great Fire. Make a projection check real quick for me.
222.
222. That's perfect. I just need one quick moment.
Do you want to treat this as the Fire Mind spell?
Yeah, let's treat this as a basic Fire Mind spell. It's much better than doing what I was doing, was like actually looking up how gas explodes. Or how alcohol explodes. So yes, let us do that. Basic Fire Mind. Which is probably going to be bad for you, Omen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, I have it right here.
Technically, I still have a shield on. Okay, give me 1 second.
I'm gonna say half the radius of that. It's still gonna hit you, but jeez, go on.
So I got a perfect shield on Farron, on Omen, and on Genus. Okay, cool.
Genus, you are also just barely in range of this explosion.
Well, I didn't full attack, so I still have my dodge if it's better than my shield, so...
That is excellent. Well, right now, Gabriel cannot see you, so your shield is not really functional.
Dodge time!
She also can't see Omen, however, I think Omen, the shield is still going to be better than Omen defending on her own.
Yeah. Dodge!
All right. So, kaboom! The entire front door is blown off its hinges. Fire immediately wreaths the entrance. Everybody, Genus, Farron, and Omen make, the defensive check necessary. So please, Gabriel, make that defensive check. That's a good defensive check. And you took the minus 90? That's a great roll.
Yeah, I rolled 81, but I had the minus 90 from not seeing any of this. But yeah, my shield is still there protecting Farron and Omen.
All right. So they do take minor damage. They take 24 points of damage.
Each?
That is for the first person you defend.
Oh yeah, I gotta do it for Farron as well. Give me
What's
one
that 220 projection? Oh, that was for shooting the barrel. Yeah.
So minus 90. Yeah. Okay, not as well for Farron.
Oh boy. Okay, so Farron takes a bit more. So, yeah, Omen takes 24. Farron.
Everybody's on the defensive now.
Everybody's on the defensive. Ooh. Farron takes 72.
Ooh.
Wait, does she take damage from fire?
I'm pretty sure she does.
Yeah, let me take a quick check.
I can check if you need to keep going with the.
All right, if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got 15 minutes before I gotta get ready to go. So.
All right. The building
she
actually
doesn't have
shudders
an
under the
exist.
blast. Immediately, you see the walls to the left and right begin to splinter, like boards popping off of them. This entire thing is going to collapse real soon. However,
That's not good.
Giannis, what was your defense?
Oh, you want me to roll a dodge?
Yes, dodge, please.
Not spending any fatigue or modifiers, so 214 dodge.
214. You have at least 1 point of heat armor, don't you?
What?
That's a hard thing to look up. I think you have 1 point of heat armor. Armory. Yes, you do. You're fine. You the blast shakes you. You actually stagger a little bit, but you do not take any damage from the blow. You just barely jump to the side and get out of the way of any real harm. Unfortunately, the blast ends just shy of this guy. He just turns to look at you guys in complete confusion and awe.
Yeah.
All right, and now that unfortunately means that Omen, Genus, and Farron do not have turns right now.
What about Chef?
Chef has a turn. However, it's this gentleman's turn first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Farron does not have fire immunity, even if she's made out of fire, based on the rules. It doesn't
That's
say
super
anywhere.
weird.
It-
But
yeah.
okay. It's sort of like Vitala not being able to see in the dark.
Yeah.
They're literally Vitala can't see in the dark.
Okay.
The vampires in this game can't see in the dark, so
They literally can't speak. They can't live in the light, but they can't see in the dark. So they're really messed up either way.
Did the enemy manage to defend?
The enemy was actually just outside the radius, 1 square outside the radius of the explosion.
Yeah.
He is still very confused, very uncertain, and he is going to cast a spell. I believe it's called in English Night.
Shit.
Yeah.
Night.
Yeah.
And he is burning up magic fast to cast this spell and make sure that's the right one. No. Oh, Dark Zone. Okay. It's called Dark Zone. He rapidly gestures and then breathes out this tremendous cloud of smoke that fills the air in an instant and an unsettling way. It sort of like crawls across the visible spectrum and takes the entire room into its clutches, and you can't see a thing. Everybody make a notice check to see if they keep track of him, including Chef.
It's inhuman. So,
I got a 166 flat.
166. Okay, that's still pretty good. You technically you have 200 because he's still directly inside of you. Omen, you also have plus 200.
Ooh, open
directly
roll.
inside of you. Jeez. Yeah, there's a chance he gets out of this, but okay. Both of you managed to keep sight of him barely. In the darkness, his entire body seems to become obscured, and as you're looking at him, Genus, you can swear there are parts of him that you can see right through. Chef, however, has a notice of only 60.
Even with all those eyes.
Even with all those eyes. Actually, He gets a really good roll. He keeps track of him too.
Nice.
Now he is going to try to run away. However, that will give Chef an opportunity to strike him. As Chef open rolls. So that's gonna be. Thank you for that music. That's 90% damage of Chef's impressive amount of damage. I'm mixing up on my words today. Oh gosh, Chef is the most OP thing I've ever given you.
Squash him like a bug.
As he ducks, weaving through the shadows, he doesn't even seem to move like a human, more like a snake. Chef's axe comes down on his back, nearly bisecting him, and he just topples over right here.
Oh.
Well, that was done fast. Kitty!
Alright, and Chef just walks out and looks at him. Now it's technically Gabriel's turn. Gabriel, you've seen a huge explosion. What are you gonna do?
Pretty sure he's dead, so...
I'm gonna rush to see if my friends are okay.
Okay, you can tell from the outside this building is going down. Like the shingles are falling off the roof as it actually tilts towards you. You stand directly in front of it. You're probably going to be in the path if it's falling.
Gabriel, stay out!
All right, I yell, "What's happening? Get out of here! It's on fire!"
We're
Things
aware.
fine. Chef, smash through the wall.
Okay, boom! He just immediately turns and crushes the wall on his way out.
Yeah, and I grab.
There's now a hole over there.
And I grab the body of the guy. Gabriel, Omen.
Whoa! What's this?
Wait, how much time do we have? How
You're
much time do we have?
One more turn before the thing goes down. You think that 3 seconds is all you're gonna get?
I grab the guy and I grab the guy to drag him out the hole. Omen, hurry the fuck up!
Okay.
I'm gonna cast psychokinetic armor on the do I see any of them?
As you come to the door, like I said, has been blown off. You can, if you rush over here, let's see, I'm sure you can make it done. Yeah. You run over here, you can see all of them inside.
Okay. I'm gonna cast psychokinetic armor on, Genus, because I'm pretty sure Omen can protect herself against fire.
Now, Genus, this guy is not a lightweight, unfortunately. It is a pain dragging him out of here.
Okay, I'll spend fatigue points then.
Okay, that's all right. You're going to be spending a fatigue a turn, but essentially all it does is Omen gets to the door ahead of you, or gets to the whole chef left ahead of you, flips out, and you just behind.
Yep.
This place isn't technically large enough to hold you guys in for long.
Yeah.
No matter how slow you are. Is that a 2 for your potential? Please roll your problem level.
That's the third open roll of this game.
Yeah. By the way, I didn't mean to put you right in front of the building. Do you want to stand back over here?
Yeah, a little bit, yes. Thank
you. You passed out right in front of the classroom. Anyways, so you drag them out. You guys can dash out the back of the building as it comes crashing forward. This is a dead barrel. Not a big fumble. So, take the minimum amount of fatigue.
Okay. Which I think is going to be doubled for me.
Yeah. Anyways. The entire thing falls to the ground, bit by bit, breaking away and scattering across the road. The soldiers that you saw on the right now have come out of their hiding spots and are just gaping openly, completely confused as to what they're supposed to be doing here now.
I motion over to them for them to come over with us. So
they're
follow
outside.
us.
They're out front. They can't see you from where they are.
Yeah. Well,
so Gabriel can see them.
Well, they should. Well, they know the cover story, right? That it was just a random blaze because this place was filled with alcohol.
Yes. Sophie has their cover story set.
Good, good. Then they'll stay outside and cover for us when the proper authorities show up.
Yes.
All right.
You do see a couple of them split off, Gabriel, in order to like sort of surround and make sure nobody's getting away that should be.
Yep.
So the building is definitely on fire now. Nobody's going to be using that one again for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Though, as you look back inside, you see the floor burning, and like bits and pieces tumbling downwards into an abyss, which you cannot see.
Mm-hmm.
So that might be a bit of a problem later, but that's all right. Are you just gonna beat it from the area?
Yeah, we gotta go to a nearby alley. The alley search the guy's body and then dump him down the sewer.
Okay.
Hey, wait for me!
Gabriel comes running around the other side, and if you'll let her, eventually catches up to you. As you're dashing into this alleyway, you're not just dragging him behind. You're like dragging one part of him, and the other part sort of like hanging on by a couple of bones and tendons and following behind. It's really unpleasant what Chef's axe does to people.
Ah, well. As long as it's not one of us.
Yep. It is not. And you get him into an alleyway and you can like pilfer through his pockets. He seems to have not much on him. He does have another one of those little rings.
I take that.
Okay, you got a nice little ring. However, he doesn't have anything else on him as far as like identifying documents or anything like that. He seems to have come pretty well prepared to
Die.
be captured. Maybe not die so much, because the ring is still expensive and it empowers his magic, but he was prepared to possibly be captured at least.
Does he have any other magic items on him?
No.
Who
Make
is
a
this?
search check real quick.
What?
Who is
Big
this? What
search.
happened?
He attacked us, right?
118 search flat.
He didn't attack you.
Well, he was gonna try and flee after he saw Chef, so might as well.
No, I think Omen was trying to lie to
I'm
Gabriel,
sorry.
saying
Okay.
he attacked us, right?
Oh. Yeah, he attacked us. Yeah.
Persuasion, Omen.
Against.
If you want to use my thing, you could just use notice, or you can use the medium of notice and persuasion is what I usually use.
Okay. Can droll you? Can I use droll
Yes.
as notice?
With no penalty, because this is just you perceiving it through,
Yeah.
and no hearing penalty, obviously,
Yes.
or sight penalty.
Okay. It's just 99, so no. I'm
Uh,
all right. Here's
Omen
actually-
is an eerily good liar, and you assume this guy must have come in and tried to hurt them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what did I get from my search check? 118 flat.
118.
Yeah.
You rifle through his robes. They're very bloody now. It's very gross. Your hands come away red. However, all you
God
can
damn it.
find is that ring.
Okay. Can I do a notice check to see if there's any like something on him that I can tell where he's been, like mud or something like that?
Yes, I'll let you use that same search check if you'd like. Looking over him, the one thing you notice is like an unusual lack. He just seems to have been around the city recently. There's not even much mud on his boots. He seemed to be keeping mostly to the paved streets, which for really all that does is it rules out some of the poorer sectors.
Yeah. He said, yeah, and I remember him saying it took him a bit longer than usual, but he said his base was like a couple hundred feet away or something, right?
Yes, and it took him a bit longer this time to get here.
Well, that could have just been he was getting prepared. All right. Well, I can't find anything else on him, right?
Yes.
All right. In that case, I'll tell. What else does he have on him besides the ring? Any weapons? Any?
Some heavily ruined black robes,
Yeah.
and that's about it.
Okay. Well, I'll take off the robes and I'll shred them up, and I use the clean parts to wipe off my hands before I stuff them stuff them behind a place. So. Yeah. Then I'll take his boots. And I'll cut up his face, and then there should be a sewer nearby to dump him in.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can. You actually, as you like pick him up to go and do that, you see there's one of the hired soldiers like sitting there at the end of the alley watching you.
Yeah.
And like as you look his way, he just like gives a slight nod. You don't recognize him immediately, but he seems to know you.
Wait, that's fishy. Who's this person? Why are you cutting his face off? What happened?
You're cutting his face off.
I simply give a nod in turn, and I look back to Gabriel, and I'm like, "Oh, it's nothing you need to concern yourself about with. It's just the usual thief business." I say before I hurry off to dump the body.
Listen, if you want Droll and I and Gabriel and Idrid to help you,
And talk to Gabriel.
One second.
what's happening?
Okay, it's 10 o'clock, and like, okay, so I'm leaving you with instructions basically. So it's like, I'll tell Omen what I found on his body, and I'll give her the ring for Joel to examine. I'm gonna go to Sophie and tell her what happened, and then like, and have her like look into this, because like I think their base is inside the city, and then I'll have Sophie send along a note to Omen and Joel about what she found out, kind of thing. So.
Okay.
Yeah, that way you guys can keep going on without me, basically. So Genus is just going to be busy for the rest of the night and day, the next day or whatever, to talking with Sophie and doing some investigations. So.
Awesome. Thank you very much for coming in for the short amount of time you could.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. See ya.
See you later.
Yep. Have fun.
Tell us how it goes. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I will. I'll be back in like, well, it'll probably take me like an hour, and then I'll be back just as you guys finish up, probably. So see you later.
Okay. See you later.
See you.
Yep.
All right. So yes, you're trying to explain to Gabriel exactly what's going on here.
Are you though?
Trying to, yeah. Look, Genus said this guy's been following us, and I'm interested in it as well. I don't know what he wants, but like, if we don't want this leading back to us, and the guards coming in and questioning us, and
Do you think that could have anything to do with the other group, the other person who was following us?
the Blue Creation guy?
Yes.
If he was, he might have been after the book.
Oh. But okay, so you laid out a trap for him?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Who's the other person at the end of the alley?
As you look at the other person, just really briefly, he's a pretty broad dude. He's got a really messed up face, but he has also like some of the most beautiful blonde hair you've ever seen. And he seems to be a gentleman on the streets in Bonhof, anyways, because he does have his arms showing and a rather nice short sword at his hip. He's just watching Genus.
I don't see anyone there.
Okay. All right. Please let Joel and I know about things like this. I could have helped out a bit more if I'd known what was happening.
It was just kind of sudden, like Genus kind of just dragged me down here.
That's fair. That's fair. She also
Sorry
just
about that.
kind of dragged me down here. All right. That's fine. Genus seemed to know a little bit more about this because this person nodded at Genus. Anyways, let's...
I don't see anyone there. I don't know what you mean.
Alright. Oh, now she's dragging him into the... Okay. People drink from that
You
water.
see him slide into the sewer.
People
with
drink
a
from...
splash.
Oh my god.
Well, problem solved. Let's go home.
I suppose the problem is technically solved. Can you should tell Chef to put his sword away.
Sword is very bloody.
Oh yeah, you want to carry it?
No.
Can you carry it?
No, it almost killed me.
Please, can you carry it? Carry with the sword.
I can't carry it. It hurts me when I do that, and I try to absorb it into my pocket dimension, and it and it almost killed me the other time.
Well, it looks heavy.
Yes.
I'll take it then.
Are you
Should,
gonna reach out and try to touch the blade?
Yep.
Was that a yes, Omen?
Yeah.
Okay, Omen, you reach out. Chef offers you the hilt of his great Raxor, and please make a magical resistance. You suddenly see all of the veins in your hand suddenly ignite. They all seem to be red and pulsing. It travels down your arm, the entire thing turning this sickly shade of red, green, and blue. Your hand sort of shrivels up. You can see the skeletal structure as you take 41 points of damage.
Ish. Okay, that's not good.
Tell me about it. I told you.
Chet, you how are we gonna get him out of here?
Just
His disguise is completely intact, except for now there's a very bloody axe in his hand that is outside of the poncho.
Yeah.
And if it goes inside of the poncho will be bloody.
we could clean it, or just burn the blood off of the sword, and then put it inside the poncho.
I'm gonna try doing that though. Or actually, how far away are we from the building?
You're really not that far away. Like the alleyways are pretty thick just beyond the warehouse. Honestly, there's a small fear of the fire spreading to other buildings, but you're not that far. You could probably make it back in a turn's move.
Go roast the blood off of.
No, I'm just gonna have Farron kind of control enough intensities to bring it over here, and just kind of engulf the sword in it.
All right.
Wax,
How many
whatever it is.
intensities do you control?
The power?
Hmm?
8 intensities.
8 intensities. All right. That is a good bit. That is more than a torch. So you bring it over, and you kind of have to run the fire up and down the blade once or twice. It takes a couple turns, but the blood calcifies. I think that's the word for it. It's probably not the word for it, actually. It hardens and breaks off into little flakes that fall upon the ground. Most of it still winds up sort of attached and dried to the blade, but not the wet and gross kind that will spread all over a poncho, and therefore safe to stow.
By the way, 7 intensities is a big bonfire.
Oh, okay. So there's a lot of fire. Never mind.
Yeah.
I thought that was 10 intensities.
Is that not 10 intensities? Yeah, it's
No, there's nothing for 10 intensities. 20 is
Okay.
20 is enough.
What are you
fire
looking
to
at? Because I'm looking at the psychic tables.
I'm looking at the fire intensities
Yes.
on page 217, that where energy intensities are described.
So never mind. You don't have to move the fire around at all. You just sort of bring this globe of fire over, set it on the blade, and it's all burned away.
Okay.
Also, the blade is now kind of glowing a little bit.
That's cool looking. Okay, yeah, put that away and let's get out of here.
All right, let's get out of here.
The gentleman follows you for a short ways as you're getting out of here, and at one point, as you hear a commotion coming from up the street, he will dash up and past you to intercept them before they come down the street towards you, and you guys are clear to keep moving through the alleyways, and away from the scene. With
Has Genus come with us, or has she split off?
Genus has come with you, and she will be with you just long enough to give Chef a hide check on his way back home. Or
Nice.
make sure Chef gets back home unseen.
Okay.
Let me get you her stealthy check real quick. Whoops. Nope, not that.
Oh.
Nope, that was the
That
wrong
was
thing to
minus
put a negative
8.
80 on.
Hope
Yeah.
not.
Everything in the world sees you and knows your mind. No, that's 138. All right, good. You guys can get Chef back to the wagon safely
All right.
and quietly.
Nice.
And immediately after that, Gina says, "All right, I've got some deals to make. Everybody did a good job. Bye."
Doesn't she give the ring for Jorl to inspect?
Yes, I imagine she slaps it into his hand and says, "Hey, look over this for me. But remember, it's mine."
Sounds about right.
And we'll rush off. Said Oliver. Holy cow! You actually identify this as the same artifact the girl had. It's another ring of Erebus.
Oh, okay, cool.
You're surprised that they have two of these and that they've both been given to people who seem to be apprentices.
Mm-hmm. Squints in the general direction of Omen.
I don't know if Omen would she's gonna go to Jaw. So that didn't go too well. Fallon's kind of, and I'm not feeling great either. From
Yeah,
definitely not because of the axe.
You you really shouldn't have taken that sword. I'm sorry, I can't.
No, it was something else. No. We need to lay low for a couple of days anyway, so.
I agree. I thought that was the plan.
Okay, well, good.
Alright. Should we leave here? Because it seems we have recurring problems in the city, and seems staying in the city is attracting a lot of danger to us, especially with so many magical apprentices with rings of power.
Things.
Yeah, the person whose magic I stole, she had a ring just like this one.
That's silly. Yeah, we probably should get a move on then, but the problem is Gina's going to figure out where we've gone?
Oh, we'll wait for Genus and we'll leave when she's ready, and then we can lay low in another city, probably.
Well, we don't know how long she's going to be.
That's fair.
Have a way to send her a message or something?
Unfortunately, with Idarid recovering, I do not.
We shouldn't trust one of the barkeep either.
No, I say we wait.
Okay. I'm too tired to think anyway.
You settle down within the city.
Hello?
What did you say, Appleby?
Oh, I thought that you wanted to settle for the day, but Omen was asking another question.
Yeah, Omen asked if she can have a look at the ring.
Oh, yeah. I hand it over to you. I say it's a slight magic enhancer. It allows casters to use magic more quickly, and it increases the range in the area of effects of certain spells. It could be. It would be most beneficial to you, since it would help out your the size of your fire spells. Although, from what I've seen of what happened with in that house, maybe you don't need an increase of the size of your spells. Maybe you need a decrease.
Oh well, I can control it. That was a barrel. I just blew up.
A barrel. Yes.
And the whole place seemed to be filled with alcohol for some reason.
There was a strong alcohol scent that Gabriel could detect.
That's fair. Yeah. So if you want, you can have it. It's just it's not going to give you a bonus to magic accumulation because you already have a bonus from your other artifact and they don't stack. So all it will do is basically count any spell that you cast as been cast a level higher when it comes to range and area of effect.
Okay. I'll hold on to this then if you don't mind.
Hmm?
If you don't mind.
I don't mind.
Puts it on then, and really rest for the night.
Also, if your magic ever gets sacrificed in the same way that that happened for the other person, it would allow you to still use a little bit of magic. That's why I left it with her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I felt bad. Well, have a good night. Actually, I've been sleeping all day. I'll keep an eye out for any potential problems while you and Gabriel go to sleep. And if I'll wake you up if Genus comes back, and we can take the cart and leave.
Sure. Probably put Chef back in there as well for
All right. Have a good night.
you too. Thanks for help.
All right, you two retire to your own rooms. Jurl, you're up for the night, keeping watch.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep watch. You want me to make a notice check?
Yes, please.
Okay. It's based on sight.
Yes.
52.
52. Okay. You chill by the window. Occasionally, you make your way over to the door. You don't hear anything. You don't see anything.
Okay.
It is a pretty quiet night. If any of the townsfolk were suspicious of you during the explosion, Genesis people did a pretty good job at covering up what happened, or that it was you.
Yeah.
So the morning comes naturally, and everybody's rested. Everybody's free to do as they please. You specifically recover a little bit more of your penalty.
Thank you. And another 30 life points because I was resting.
Yes. Are you almost fully healed?
Another day, another 2 days of rest, and I'll be full life points. Another 3 days of rest, and I will have overcome the penalties of the pain from either dying.
Unfortunately, I think that still means that it's been 3 days since she died.
Yep.
So it's still a long time before we get Iterate back.
Yep. Some of her spells live on and help us with our fatigue and things. So.
Yes, thank goodness for that.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be my birthday rather soon. I said it was gonna be about a month after the beginning of the game, and I
Yep.
feel like it was about a week when we last I checked, which was when we entered the city we're at now.
Well, let's see. It was about a month. It took you a week and a half plus a day to get here.
That's all?
To get to the city, and then there's been 4 days in the city.
Uh-huh.
So I think you have a little under 2 more weeks.
Okay. I'll just write it down.
Okay. You're well on your way. Your birthday is coming when you rapidly shrivel up and age.
Alright.
Ooh. Where art thou, Zemnis? Actually, the message, James. I haven't seen. I don't know what he's been up to lately.
Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, he completely abandoned us. I remember now.
Yes, he did do that. He said he was gonna go find his dragon and his friends.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Does Genus come back that evening?
Genus does not. However, she does send you guys a letter. And I don't know exactly what the letter says. Her has been sending me a message, and she will say that right now she's focusing on trying to find where those guys were hid out. That's the important thing. Because after killing him, you don't have much time until you think something bad is going to happen.
Which guys? Okay, I turn to Omen and
This is probably a letter to Omen then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What-
I don't want to. Genus is smarter than me, so we want to rephrase that well.
Okay, what do you tell me of the letter?
Letter.
Oh, fuck. Alright. There's no letter.
There's no letter. Or Omen. You know that Genus is trying to find out where they are. She might not be back for just a bit. But she says it's urgent, and that you guys should be very careful.
You know
It
what's
is up to you.
you know what's great is that I told Genus, take care of the thief stuff and I'll take care of the supernatural stuff. And then Genus started murdering the magic mafia that's after Omen without letting me know about any of it. So
And none of the magic stuff. You now know that he was a darkness mage, but that doesn't matter anymore.
do I know that? Did I see?
Because he was wearing the Ring of Erebus,
Yeah.
the Dark Zone spell he cast spread 40 meters, so it took up most of
Ooh.
that building and then the nearby buildings.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I would have been aware there was something magical going on, and I don't think Omen is into darkness spells. Okay, got it.
By the way, you did make a magic appraisal spell. You did during that fight detect that he was charging up Xeon for the darkness shield of darkness, and the dark zone. As he died, you could also detect that he had 2 other spells on him. One of which was a spell that obscures spells. So that's why you couldn't detect anything when he came in. But anyways, that is long gone now. You don't need to know about him. Do you guys have any precautions? Is there anything you wanted to do during the following day while you wait for Genus? Or is it hold out in a bunker town?
It's pretty much waiting for Genus.
Okay. It is as I suspected.
No, nothing.
Genus, why have you left us so?
Should we call off the rest of the game, or do you have ideas for us to continue beyond this point?
Well, if we can chop this little bit of talk out. I mean, I know a lot of stuff that can like that I want to happen, but it's one of those situations where there's all these things, and I don't want them to happen in such rapid succession because that's sort of unusual and inorganic, and you've already had like a bunch of stuff happen to you in 2 days.
Yeah.
That's very like not even entirely connected to one another.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't have anything immediately that I'd find interesting or not just completely wacky to throw at you. And I'm really sorry about that.
That's okay. Do we want to like have our characters just spend some time together and talk, or do we want to maybe wait call it a day for this game and wait until the next session?
That would be up to you guys, because primarily, and I don't mean to put any words in Mr. Stan's mouth, but Omen seems to like the there's nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
There's no letter.
Yeah.
I don't know if that
She's probably not going to open up about anything that's been happening.
Yeah.
The incident that's just happened. So if there's something else like you think Joel and Omen would talk about, then sure. But
I think Joel would try to like find out a little bit more about your backstory and things like this and stuff like this. But since you're having a very discreet approach to the whole thing, I don't think we'd be getting anywhere because I'm too polite to keep pushing if you don't want to share any information. So
Joel's a nice guy to the people who aren't his enemies.
yeah.
To them, it's terrifying.
Yeah. No, but basically, since we've arrived in the city, I've just been like deceived as to who I was gonna go and fight, and then deceived as to why there was another fight happening, and basically I'm kind of like out of my element because we're not going up against a magical organization of a dead anymore. So yeah. But
And
I'm fine
honestly,
with
like-
that. It's fun.
Yeah, not right now at least.
Yeah.
Who knows in the future?
All right. Yeah. I think let's just call it a day for today, and we can have a look at what's happening next week.
Okay. And as always, we're all busy fellows. I'd be happy to schedule a makeup day sometime. If any of you are
I'm not busy
interested.
at all anymore.
Oh, really?
So yeah.
What is
I finished my exams last week, and I've just got my results back, and they're good.
Yeah.
Better than expected, so yeah.
Awesome.
Nice.
By the way, you actually sent me a list of days, Kadrick. Do you have? Should we like sign off the mission first before talking about this?
What? Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna stop the recording.
Okay.
Have a nice day.
Thank you so much for joining us, everyone.
Hi everyone, and thank you for watching this video. If you want to keep up with all of the adventures on this channel, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button so you can get a notification each time we upload the next episode of this story. And it would be very nice of you to like and share the video to help this channel grow. Have a nice day everyone.